Hello everyone, thank you for stopping on my channel. In this video I am going to show you how we can create our own version of the ChatGPT using the OpenAI API in Laravel. So here I have set off a basic Laravel application and close everything. So I just installed the Laravel with Jetstream. You can see I am logged in, so I'm going to log out and register another account using the fact filler. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be using the OpenAI API. We have a package for that. They have a package for PHP Laravel. You can see github.com/openai/php dash php slash Laravel. So we are going to be making use of this package. And here I am on basic Laravel application. Just Jetstream and npm modules are installed. So I'm going to register myself using the fact filler Chrome extension. And here also we haven't done anything. We are going to start from scratch, and we are going to be making use of AI and using the prompt engineering to and asking ChatGPT. Here we can use any version to create the template for us and help us build this project using this package. So first thing first, we have to obviously install this package, and then we are gonna going to create a UI for that. So let's just get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and install this package using the um, steps that I have provided. I'm gonna stop the server, clear the screen, and composer require openai-php/laravel. So let's wait for this to install, and until that we can look at the documentation. So you can see we have to publish their files service provider, OpenAI service provider. Then we will need the OpenAI API key. So on their website you can get the API key. So uh, that's something that we will need, and also after that we just have to call the um, endpoint. Here you can see they are using the model. They have provided the model version and the prompt. So the prompt is something that we'll get from the UI and then pass it to the OpenAI API and then return the response and display it to the user, just like we see right here. So let's see if it's done. So it's still waiting. Till that, we will need a UI, right? So let's build a UI for that. So I'm gonna go to web.php, and here we will need two routes. One will be for showing the page where we will be able to chat with the OpenAI just like this, and another one will be for the endpoint that will handle the request that we will send to the OpenAI API. So we will create obviously a controller for that as well, but let's create routes for that. So I'm going to create two routes. One is going to be get, let's say slash they have, let's say chat. It's going to be pointing to controller, let's say OpenAI, or let's say chat GPT controller. Close the, this is a class, and let's create a method. Let's say index. Let's give it a name. View chat, something like that. And another one will be to get the chat or serve the chat. So let's call that method ask. That's going to be the controller method, and the endpoint, let's say get chat or ask OpenAI or something like that, and this is going to be a post method. So now let's wait till that. Obviously we will have to hide this, comment this, because if we try to create a controller and it's uncommented, it's going to throw error. So let's wait for this to complete, and after that we will continue from here. Okay, so that has been completed. Now we can create the controller and publish the configurations. So let's continue from the installation process. So here we install that module. Now we will have to publish the service provider, and after that we need the API key. So I'm gonna go to .env and create in this API key and pull it in, store it in this variable in the environment. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so after that we are here clear from here. Now let's create the controllers and their methods. So I'm gonna execute php artisan make controller chat gpt controller, and now we can uncomment these, and let's go to the controller. Also we will have to import them. So now import it, go there and create two methods. One is going to be for get index method. It's going to return a view. The view name, let's call it, what's the let's say chat gpt dash index.blade.php, and another method is going to be accepting the post request. So we have the ask method that accepts the http request, and for now let's do die dump of the request. Obviously store that in a variable and die dump all of the items in that request. So now we have to create this view file. Let's go to view in the resources directory. Let's create these. So I'm gonna create ChatGPT slash index.blade.php. These are the default files or resources views that comes with the Jetstream. So we have published the emails and components. So these are from the Jetstream. So now here we will need a template for that. So I'm gonna use the ChatGPT to generate a template for me. So what should be the prompt for that? So let's say create HTML page like ChatGPT where there will be conversations, and at the mid bottom there is a input field or text input field. Design it with Bootstrap and include Bootstrap JS and jQuery as well. So let's wait for the response. Also you can see they are following some static messages. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna copy the code and simply go to the index page and paste it right here. Now let's access that endpoint, which is chatify now. Chat. The server is off or not, so let's run the server. Let's access again. We have the error does not exist. We have to import it properly. I think I did not save the file. Index. Let's go to the controller. Okay, we do not have to pass the blade.php, my bad. Okay, so we have a simple interface, and here we have a form and submit button. I can type anything and submit, and here we have the conversations. So now we will handle this part where if I refresh again, we will have nothing. We can show something like the ChatGPT shows, like nothing, just the hands for the fronts. So for now there will be no conversations, and once user starts conversation, it's gonna use API to chat with it and show the response back and display it to the user. So for that we are going to be using the, let's go to index. We will handle this input field and control it and send the request using the jQuery that we imported. So now let's ask it to get the prompt and send it to the endpoint and then append it right here. So I'm gonna git chat. Let's use this. Thanks. Now create a JS code that will get the content of the input field once send button is clicked, and send request to Laravel route named, let's say this is the route name, and on response data there is a content, so append it to the current chats conversations. So now let's see how it's gonna create a JS code for that. Obviously you're gonna be using the jQuery, so it's gonna use the XJS, not the XJS, the jQuery to send the request, and let's see. Okay, so it's gonna use the patch API. The CSRF token, so we will have to use the CSRF token as well. Let's go to app.blade.php. Here we have to import the CSRF into the top header. Okay, you can see they already told us to do that, but let's copy this and see what it does and how it does. So I'm gonna come down here and here let's start the script tag, paste everything, and let's go through it how it's gonna do that. So first it's gonna once the document is ready, obviously we are using the jQuery, but it's still using the normal JavaScript, right? So we can ask to use the jQuery as well. So use jQuery for that. So now it's going to create a jQuery code for that. So now what it does is it's going to target the send button, input field, and chat box. The chat box is the main box where all the conversation will be displayed. And once here it's adding the click event. So once you click this, it's going to call this method that is pass a second parameter. Get the input value, and if it's not empty, if it's empty, then just return it, and if it's not empty, then show the user prompt over there in the chat box appended to the HTML. Obviously they have some bold stuff. Maybe we can show the username because we have already authentic users, but for now let's follow this code. And here it's sending a JSON request, passing the, obviously this is using the fetch API, so now it's going to generate the jQuery code for that, so it's going to be easy, not like complex. And it's sending the CSRF token, and after that the response has, as I told, then the response will have the content data. That content has been appended as the response from the chat, from the OpenAI API. So I'm gonna remove this code and let's see if the jQuery code is ready. You can see the same thing. I'm gonna paste it here, save it, format it as well. Let's see, target the elements and add click events. Target the input field value. If it's 0 then return, and everything is the same. Send phone request to this. We can call the endpoint directly by route as well. Like if I want, I can do this as well. Route name is get chat, and I can format that. And then the message data has message, and then CSRF token is appended. Maybe, yeah, so it's getting there. You might have seen in the Laravel applications that the CSRF token is passed to the farm as well, the farm HTTP request. So it's passing here, and then the respond content has been appended to the existing chats. So let's see how it behaves. So I'm gonna refresh the page. We are dumping the data on that method, right? So let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's say, tell me a joke. I'm gonna send the request. Okay, it showed it here. $.ajax is not a function. jQuery is right here. Let's see the conversations clearly. jQuery is a contribution Chatbot server. Okay, so let's use the OpenAI to fix this issue. I'm gonna copy this and tell the OpenAI that it's showing this error. It's showing this error in console. Sometimes the debugging with the ChatGPT takes more time than debugging by humans, right? So let's see what it shows. For code improvements and those things, the ChatGPT is more powerful than humans. But okay, aren't we already doing that? Okay, there is a spelling error mistake. So let's try it now. Let's say, tell me a joke. Send. Yeah, this is normal. Now here we have the message, so now we can use this message to call the ChatGPT API, OpenAI API. I'm gonna go to controller, and here we are going to use this. So first of all, we can validate that. So request validate. We are getting the message only, so let's say it's required in its string, just for the safety. And after that, we can call the API. So on the documentation, you can see here they are just providing us how we can use this API. So I'm going to copy everything from there. Obviously I will have to import the OpenAI facade, so I'm going to paste it at the top and use it. Now here we can use the same model, and we can search for the models of the OpenAI. So if we search for OpenAI models, then we will get all the models that are available. But for now, let's use the request of message and pass it as the prompt. Also, we can modify this based on like how much content do I have to pass. Like if I want the response, the chat response to be only, let's say, 100 characters, so I can add like um, the response should be only 100 chars or something like that. Before this and after this, we can add our own instructions to this request. Now once we got the result, then we can here you can see on the documentation, this is how we can get the actual response from the API. So let's copy that, and as we are getting the putting the content, so we will have to pass somewhere around here. You can see data of content, so we will have to send the JSON and the content in JSON. So return response in JSON, and pass the content as this that we copied from the GitHub documentations. Add it, enter here. So now once we got the result, then show it here. So let's see how it looks like once we like send this content to the in the response right here on success. We'll get data and data content, then we will append that. So now let's and also it's scrolling the top, so it's like showing the latest messages. So now let's ask it, tell me a joke. Send. We are pending, the request is still pending, and we got 200 response status, and you can see what did the fishman say when he caught a jar of fish. Let's say tell me programming related joke, and if I send, you can see the response status is 200. Why did the developer go broke? Because I think we can do one thing here. Here you can see we are getting the choices of 0. So what if we get all of them, or what if I dump this? Let's see what we got. Obviously this is the actual response, right? So let's see what we get in the response of that request. Tell me a joke. Send the request, check the response, still in pending, preview. We have the ID and question length, some Laravel OpenAI Laravel package methods, and we have the limits and stuff like that, semicolon informations as well. So I'm gonna remove the die dump, and let's say give my new project a name. It's a okay, so let's just enter on that, and let's see. Okay, so EcoWelt, creating a greener future together. Okay, so now we can chat with the API. Who are you? I'm a person who lives learning, exploring, and creating. I always. Okay, so that's how we can interact with the OpenAI API in Laravel, and using the previously jQuery, Ajax, and simple web page, just like a simple basic conversation with the. We can have this same conversation with ChatGPT. Obviously, this is more advanced than that, because we have we are making like a track, getting track of the conversations that we have, number of conversations. Each one has a specific unique ID. The code, each code with the specific like code as formatted. You can see they are formatted as HTML. The JS code is formatted as JavaScript. You can see. So obviously this is more advanced in what we build, but the basic idea is how we can use the OpenAI dash PHP slash Laravel package to interact with the OpenAI API. So thank you for watching. Hope you found this interesting and useful. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.